My name is Brett Baker, and on behalf of the UniBrass Foundation, it gives me great pleasure here to be talking to Philip Harper. How are we doing, Philip?
Hi, Brett. I'm well, thanks. You okay?
I'm very, very good. Looking forward to having this little chat and catching up, actually. So, as we talked before, it's been quite a while. So, I thought the first thing we should do for those that are watching and listening to this is talk a little bit about your background and where you come from and where you studied, because I think there will be an assumption that you're from South Wales, which absolutely is not the case.
It is not the case. No, no. I live in England. I've always lived in England. I live in Gloucester at the moment. But but I went to university in Bristol, which was about 180 miles from where I grew up in southeast Essex. A very, very non kind of a part of the country not associated with banding. What was really important in my research when I was deciding what university to go to was what bands are there in the local areas of those universities. So I looked at Leeds and I looked at Sheffield, and in the end I decided I really fell in love with a band called the Sun Life Band, which was the band that wore the mustard coloured jackets. I'm sure you remember. They were, of course, in Bristol, which is basically one of the big reasons why I chose Bristol University. And I studied there and did 3 music degrees there, my undergraduate degree, a postgraduate degree in composition, and then later on a secondary teaching postgraduate PGCE as well, all at Bristol University. Lived there for 20 years and now just moved up the road to Gloucester. So yeah, that's where I'm coming from.
Excellent. So it's about an hour it'll take you to get to Cory, I guess. It's about an hour's drive.
In a helicopter, it'd be about an hour, yeah. It takes me probably 2 hours to get there.
Does it?
With a following wind and no traffic on the roads, then about an hour and a half to get back. It's about 80 miles, but the last 25 miles are not motorway. They're kind of up into the valleys, and the road gets narrower and narrower. And as you go up further, and then just before it stops altogether, that's the Cory Band room.
Just you, the band room, and the goats, basically.
That's it.
Sticks. Right. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so in terms of your musical activities and your contest record, I could talk for a long time about all your achievements, and so it's more really to sort of ask you, well, because you've won every contest that's going, you've got some amazing CDs that are out with the band. They do some fantastic concerts that are very imaginative. What have you got left to do? What keeps you motivated?
All of those accolades and all the rest of it, certainly on the contest side of things, are all very nice, but that's not what kind of gets me out of bed in the morning. For me, it always has been, and I think probably always will be, about the music. And that's what motivates me, really, is being able to be involved in some really kind of life-changing experiences through music that we know we can deliver to our audiences and also the members of our band as well. That's what really excites me. And of course, there's an unending supply of that, really. I'm a great advocate for the best quality music we can get in the world of brass bands, and it's not all brilliant quality, but when you do come across a contest piece, for example, that ticks all the boxes and is a real kind of, we can take our audiences on an emotional journey. That's what I'm all about, really. And if that happens to do well in a contest, then fine. But for me, the motivation remains really that being involved with great music, and of course all the players in Cory Band are brilliant. So it's just the privilege of my life to go to rehearsal and just be in the same room as players of that caliber. But to be the linchpin and to kind of bring all of that together, that's kind of a real pleasure and a privilege for me. And those are the sort of things that keep me motivated. And this is my 11th year with Cory now. So yeah, I'm into double figures.
The band is doing fantastically well. And I know that both the competitors and the audience are going to listen. They're in for a treat, which brings me on to my next question, really, which is, what do they have to look forward to in the concert? Is there a theme in the concert, or is it sort of a little bit of everything?
We are, yeah, really, as well as looking forward to judging the contest, we're really looking forward to performing the Gala Concert, which we have done before, and it's been quite a unique affair in terms of atmosphere, shall we say. Yeah, we're going to bring a little bit of everything to that Gala Concert. So we've got a whole plethora of pieces which are on our normal concert roster, whether it's kind of up-to-date brass band originals or whether it's arrangements of, classic orchestral pieces. We'll have a whole smorgasbord of brilliant top-class soloists, including Tom Hutchinson and Glyn Williams and Helen Williams, Chris Thomas on the trombone. And we are also going to be performing our Doctor Who set, which is something that we did at Brass in Concert last year. It's the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who this year. So we're performing this at every opportunity we can. And we've not played it where the audience hasn't absolutely had a ball. So that's going to be part of the show as well.
Oh, that's excellent. Really, really good. And we sort of touched on it a little bit. So you'll be judging the competitors at the competition, and you've been before. So is there anything generally that you'll be looking for the bands and the performers in terms of your take on contest performances?
I think it's probably an agreed principle amongst the world of adjudicators that we would generally kind of look for three basic things. This is not just really for UniBrass, but for any contest performance. Number one is we'd be looking for bands to play as tightly together as they can do. Number two, we'd be looking for bands to play as in tune as they can do. Those are the real basics. And number three, looking for the best quality sound overall. So that means, thinking carefully about your dynamic range and make sure that you're not kind of overdoing the dynamic range or pushing the quality of sound into an area you shouldn't go when you're playing really loud. It's also about, developing your quiet dynamic range as well, so that the quality of sound remains there. So yeah, those are the three basics really I'll be looking for. But being UniBrass, I'd expect the unexpected in terms of repertoire and maybe a bit of choreography and hijinks and stuff like that. But which is all, again, that's great, and everyone loves that, don't they? But in terms of the actual quality of the performances, those three basics are the ones that, for me, and I think for most adjudicators, would be the most important.
Well, I know that the bands are really looking forward to the competition and working hard at the moment. So thank you very much for your time, Philip Harper.
No problem. Best of luck to all the bands.
UniBrass 2023 is on Saturday the 11th of February. Tickets are on sale now from the Warwick Arts Centre box office.